Hello, everybody. John Henderson Pierre, the Beer Ramble and Gambling TV Ramble. Gambling. Looking at Lagunitas IPA, introduced in 1995, one of Lagunitas signature beers. Of course, the company is in California, Petaluma, I believe, California, and they have a brewery in Chicago as well. And I think they'll be opening up a brewery if they haven't already, North Carolina. So 6.2% ABV, American IPA style, and 87 score on Beer Advocate. Whoops, I just spilled the beer. IPAs, of course, all the rage for the last 10 years, 20 years, I should say, but more so the last several 10 years. It's really kind of exploded, and mostly every beer company you can think of. I mean, the style's been around forever, but mostly every beer company you can think of now is the newer ones, even some of the older ones, like Ballantyne is reintroducing their IPA back recently, and a few other breweries as well. So, look at the color. I'm eating something right now. It's going well with this style. Nice color. Typical IPA. Smell a lot of fruits, a lot of citrus. A lot of aromatic aromas to this beer. On to the taste. Nice bite. Again, tasted more grapefruitness with this beer and some orange. But more grapefruit with this beer than a couple other IPAs I've had previously. I mean, it's good, really good. I've had some other IPAs. I mean, as I mentioned, I guess I'm biased to Ranger and another IPA style that and Goose, also based out of Chicago, as well. But both of them, I think their IPAs are excellent. I got another IPA in my fridge. I'll probably do a review of that. Stone, another popular IPA that's out there. Man, the pairings: poultry, mild cheese. You know, mild, somewhat strong cheeses can go good with this beer. I mean, it's like I said, it's really good. Um, Savor the moment as the ranching hoppy character engages the imperial qualities of the malt foundation in Mortal Kombat on the battlefield of your palate. Well, he is doing that, and it is going well with this chicken I'm eating right now. These baked wings I'm having. Um, it's a really good beer. I mean, really, really good. Logging this again, part of that movement of, you know, the craft beer movement, as you can say. Now they're kind of more right up there with, um, as I would say, a craft brewery, kind of in between a big brewery and a craft brewery right now. I think them, the Sierra Nevada guys out there, They put out some very exceptional beer. Again, the something I've had of theirs is really good. I love their Imperial Stout. Really love their Imperial Stout. And now as we about get into the spring season, I'm sure that beer is going to be probably slowly go away. I don't know, but that's a really good beer. Which I wish it was still available in our area. I had it last I saw it was about a year ago, and we don't seem to get that any longer. Um, but uh, I mean, it's an excellent beer. From those styles, um, 6.25, 6.2%, even more can't be about what the alcohol by volume on these beers are. Um, it's not overly hoppy too, which is also good. Um, I really like it. And the IPAs are not going away, folks. I mean, the Imperial lagers. I mean, the Imperial Pale Lager, kind of something that Yingling had put out with the IPL. Nice texture, nice character to it, great finish, and just mesmerizing by the color of this beer. I mean, it's really exquisite. I mean, I really like this a lot. I mean, this is a very, very well made beer. Can't go wrong with it. Um, I would bring this to a party, but my thing is like this: if I bring these styles of beer to a party, they would just kind of say, oh, what's this? What's this? You know, what am I having here? What the hell's going on? I'm like, try something different. I mean, I'm not saying stop drinking this. I'm demanding you to drink this, but try a little something outside the norm. But I could see myself bringing this to a party. I could see myself bringing this to a dinner party or a bar, bringing a keg of this at a banquet. I mean, it would go well. I mean, obviously, it's mostly in bottles. I don't know why Lagunitas puts anything out in cans. I know a lot of the breweries here in Alabama, like good people, and the straight to ale breweries and Avondale, excuse me, Avondale brew most of not all their beers are stored in cans, and over the last 2009, here we are 7, say maybe 7, 8, 9 years now. We're beginning to really flex our muscles here in Alabama as a craft beer brewery location, and with the styles we're putting out now. But getting back to Lagunitas, I said 1995 this beer been around, and now I'm sure since it's made its penetration pretty much west of the Mississippi, and I mean east of the Mississippi, I'm sure they're going to be beginning to get more traction, more and more, a lot more penetration in a lot of markets, pretty much all over the country now. So, which is great news, and I know a lot of craft guys don't want to hear that. We don't want to be corporate, but at the end of the day, when you go into a town in a certain city and people know about your beer and they know about what your beer tastes like, and then they go back home and they tell their friends, and their friends tell their friends, and you take pictures and puts on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Google Plus, uh, Twitter. Um, Nobody uses MySpace anymore, I guess, right? Yeah, but Tumblr. If you put on one of the big five social media sites now and post it, people talk about it in their friends and get traction, word of mouth, which is what is always good than just print ads or commercial or even television, which do help. Don't get me wrong, do help, but word of mouth also is the best way too. And and you know about the beer. And I'm sure Lagunitas, when it started, people were like, hey man, this is a great beer. This IPA thing I never had before, and pass along. They hear their friends and tell them, and then they say, well, I would love to get it, but obviously certain states you can't transport beer. Maybe some you can, some maybe you do, maybe you can, maybe you can't. I don't know. State lines, state rules. You can get away with those, I guess. But and they hear about it and they would love to try the beer and love to sample it and get a taste of it. So I think this is a good beer. I mean, this is a really, really good beer, and I think these brewers love to say, hey, within time, and they do. They want to expand their reach, expand their traction than just being a regional thing or just a state thing. They like to get out and say some guy from California wants to buy my beer that I make in Alabama, or some guy from New Jersey wants to buy the beer that I make in Texas, and so on and so forth. Like Lone Star, I can't get Lone Star beer here. Ours is only in Texas, and I'm sure the breweries would love to reach out, but I guess they try to keep it local, keep it to where it is. So, who knows? Every corporate river person, business person is different. They have different ideas what they want, but in any event, yeah, I'm gonna go rambling on. Is what the show is. This is a well made IPA. Giving this a 9.5. I think this is really good. And nothing wrong with it. Surprised the bros didn't give it a score, but yeah, 9.5 is about fair for this beer. So, if you had a Lagunitas IPA, bing, and you've tried it before, leave your thoughts and comments on the bottom. Tell me what you think. John and Pierre, the Beer and TV Ramble. Telling you to keep watching, and as always, cheers. Bing.